Oopsies. I like playing the fucking movies. I'm going to keep playing the fucking movies. I don't give a shit. That's funny. View on YouTube. Let's do this.
Like playing
Let's do that. All right. I like doing this shit. So I'll play movies all the time. Again, I don't care if I get what's it called? Shit taken down or like, slaps on the wrist. None of this is a copyright strike. As strange as it is enough, because I don't take money from it. So it's kind of funny. Sorry about the change of venue here, but we'll get it squared away. My bad. Woo! I don't know if they eventually take the channel because I still haven't had a copyright strike. I'm still on 0 strikes. My money, that if there's revenue from the clicks, that money just goes to the artist. So I mean, look, maybe I'll cut it with the video clips though. Maybe we just do music. It's still funny though. In my opinion, congratulations, man. You know how to Google. Yeah. You asked me about this yesterday, and I told you I wasn't in a movie because apparently you can't Google that well. I'm in a TV show. It was called Still Standing. I filmed 1 episode before I quit acting and moved to Las Vegas. Mystery solved, bro. So, where was I? We'll let everybody get back in. I think there's only like 60 or 70 people, but we'll get into the nitty gritty here. As I like scrape the barrel of my grinder here, trying to get weed while Ashley goes to get more. It's like scraping the bottom of the barrel there. I'm not acting shit out, bro. You can't even really do music. I mean, I guess you can't do music, but again, I get these strikes, or I get these slaps on the wrist, but none of them are copyright strikes. And I've Googled this like immensely, and they're like, no, as long as you keep getting a claim and not a strike, you're fine. Guys, I have like 58 claims. I just don't clip and I forward the money. So, I mean, there's lots of YouTube channels that post videos that aren't from the video. It's like Girl Hunter 4 posts a video of Wolf of Wall Street. They're not the owners of fucking Wolf of Wall Street. So there's ways around it, guys. You guys freak out too much. But again, I'm not doing this for cash. Any revenue that comes our way doesn't come our way. It all gets forwarded to the artist because I'm always playing music and shit on these streams. So anyway, it doesn't matter. What the hell is going on from last night? That's what matters. I don't know where the truth really lies, but I know, or at least I feel in my heart, that Packer Jack is telling the truth. Copper Dan has this happening on his Facebook, or at least originally, so I don't know what he knows. But I know that I saw Packer Jack flip over 6 pages of notes and tell us 2 things. I don't know if that was at the behest of Entity. I don't know if that was Packer Jack just miscalculating a little bit there. I don't know if Packer Jack just did it on purpose because he's just as frustrated as we are. But I'm sick of it. And I know you guys are too. I still don't think this is a hoax or some troll. The ludicrousness of it all goes to speak to how I actually kind of believe it's all true and real, because it's fucking ridiculous. It's amateur hour. There's a reason I played the Wolf of Wall Street clips and that Avengers clip, because whoever's in charge of this thing ain't doing it right. And you want to use the channels and drum up support all while you're negotiating some private deal for you. And you won't even so much as give but the worst teasers in the history of mankind that then in turn caused a secondary bidder to enter the picture and outbid you? And you want to stay the course? No. It's amateur hour. That's why I didn't talk about it last night after Packer Jack said what he did. I was going to plan to stay on for an hour or two. I was tired as hell. I was just going to walk away, let you guys talk about it, maybe bring a bunch of people and make it a panel. No. I'll talk about it now because I've gave myself a night to think about it. And I'm still torn. But Jack, do the right thing. Jack, do the right thing for you. Do the right thing. Doing the right thing would have been doing the negotiations like a professional. Doing the right thing wouldn't have been leaking, oh, I got a deal, look at me, and whoops, you don't have a deal anymore. Doing the right thing was missed already. You, entity, put that second offer on his lap, no one else. And I don't know who you are. I know who I think you are. And if it's not that person, okay, fine. We were all in the dark here. If it is that person, you fucked up. And you've been offered help and you've rejected it on every angle. So, okay, we're cheering for you. We want a secondary treasure hunt to go after. We want to find Fenn's gold. Not like this. Not like this at all. We have lives. We choose to come on here or chat in here or involve ourselves in any kind of treasure hunt because that's our choice. But the way this has been handled is Chuck E. Cheese bullshit. And frankly, you feed the fuel of the fires of these people going, it's bullshit, it's a soap opera, it's made up, it's just for content. You're fueling those fuckers, not us. Do you think we wanted to come on and bring this information if it wasn't real or if it wasn't happening or if you fucked it up? No. This is dumb. And I've played the game for a week without anything, with just what Packer Jack says when he comes on here or on K-Pro Show. That's all I've gotten, same as everybody else. If that's the plan, unless we've been lied to about a little bit of the negotiations and everything is fine, which is great, but then we're being lied to. So unless that's happening, y'all done fucked up. And you don't want to listen to the pot smoking, alcohol drinking, curse words saying guy because I don't, why? Because you're better? You know nothing about me. Even the people who Google me know nothing about me. Oh, are you in a movie? Were you born in Virginia in 1983? No, no, and no. And I don't want to be Team Jack. I don't believe parts of Jack's story. But when it comes to the selling of this chest, if he acquired it legally or through the chase in the way we was all intended for us, Jack gets to do whatever the fuck Jack wants to do. We don't get to tell him who to sell to. You had a shot at it. You fucked it up. And I and many others offered to do anything we could to help. If that meant rallying the community together, if that meant just sending a note to Jack, not that he would read them or care about him, whatever, anything. Shut up. Don't say a word. Whatever. You fucked this up, sir. You can still fix it, but you need a little brutal fucking truth. Maybe I'll get copyright strike for that, for using brutal truth. So I'm going to take a breath. Now that that's out there and recorded for history. This is... I mean, Chasing Andy, again, if it's been sold to a church, if it's been sold a year ago, where's the proof that it was sold a year ago? That'd be so different than what we've been told. That's fine, but like, I need physical proof, not this connects to this, connects to this. Do you have proof of purchase? Do you have a proof of sale? Is there a receipt at this point? For Packer Jack, also, dude, people have been calling the auction house left and right, and there's too many saying they say they know nothing. You last night said it's at Heritage again. Everybody call fucking Heritage today. Everybody. I'm sick of it. There hasn't even been a shred of evidence for this negotiation, let alone what Chasing Indy is saying. We want proof or we're fucking out. It's that simple. Too many people have too many fucking things to do, too many lives they have to lead, and for you to propagate me or K-Pro or anyone else in this community to push your shit, and then you feed us bullshit along the way? What? Why? I'll fucking stay on all day. I won't even be on camera. I'll go sit right here and just play FIFA till I hear something. I don't care. None of this is at Packer Jack. This is all at the entity. The information in the story we have been told tells a story that is riddled with inaccuracies or inconsistencies or lies or fucking idiocy. If there's something completely different going on, like what Chasing Indy says, or what anyone else said, like another story, whatever, if there's something crazier going on, fine. This all makes sense. This is all crazy sauce. And you need lots of crazy sauce to cover up a crazy true story. So I would understand that. That's totally fine. Otherwise, this is bullshit. So Packer Jack, let's see this. Hold on, I gotta go to the other thing. Packer Jack announced in Zoom chat last night that the entity will be revealed by the end of the week or next week. So we're at the end of the week. I don't care where Packer Jack makes these announcements, but like some Zoom chat, like what, like 10 people were in it? Like, I mean, that's fine. Good. Okay. So the entity will be revealed. Do you see how dramatic that is? No wonder people think this shit's scripted. I have a theory that my anger stems from the fact that I'm confused. And if I'm confused, generally speaking, I throw away the hand. I'm confused. I don't know if I'm being lied to or not. But it's stupid. And I just won't have it anymore. And if this was a game, I will continue to call out those who played this stupid, fucking, pathetic game. Don't think I'll stop either. I won't. All of my focus, Jack's off the hook. I don't even fucking care about the story anymore. If this was a joke, if this was bullshit, all of my focus will 110% be centered on who perpetrated this fucking hoax. And I will come out with every fucking thing I have. If you don't think I've amassed a plethora of information in my lurking time before I decided to come out, you're out of your mind. This is a prop. Newsflash. Real weed? Yeah, doesn't get me that high. I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm doing it at all times. We might have someone coming on. Maybe they're going to calm me down. Now I'm getting a bunch of messages. I don't care. I'm speaking from my fucking heart. You found the canopy of stars last night. Okay, Indy, it's just so different than what I'm talking about right now. Like I love that. I love it. It's just can we talk about that later? If it's something that you can show me a visual of that goes, oh my God, let's talk about that instead. Great. If it's just going back and forth, I'll do it. Let's do it just later in the day. Right now, my focus is on what I'm going to be telling my fucking 5 kids about their next summer vacation because they're already asking, what's the summer break? Are we going treasure hunting or are we doing something else? Do I like baseball? I was the vice president of a minor league baseball team for a couple years. Yeah, I like baseball. I'm not doing the stinger makeup. That is all for that's all for Greg. Oh, okay. K-Pro's here. Hey, K-Pro. Sorry.
Hey. How's your morning?
I'm doing better, and I feel better after that. How are you?
I'm good. So I cannot see chat at all. I only have one device right now. So I'd like to give the other side a perspective and see what you think of it.
Okay.
So I'm going to just take the pure, what Packer Jack was told was real. What Packer Jack has said is honest, because I do think there seems to need to be a logical way through this. And then based on that, I kind of understand maybe where Entity might be at, even though he has some choices. But so think about this. I believe that Entity had a verbal and contracts were being written up on that Monday with lawyers. He obviously misstepped with information getting out to the community because he, exactly what you said, he invited a counter offer or a second offer. Things start to fall apart then. There is obviously, in my opinion, he thought the gentleman's handshake of the 60s and 70s was enough. And Jack is a businessman, and I've said all along, Jack's in it for the money. Jack has said he's in it for the money. And Jack said, sorry, there wasn't ink to paper. I got a new offer. I did want to do a deal with you, but you also didn't make me look great. And, let's Team Entity and now Team Jack, and now there's drama. Didn't think you were I'm pissed. I'm just surmising here.
Yeah.
So now let's see where last night, it seemed to me that Packer Jack, I won't say he's emotional, but he had emotions involved in the 6 pages. And then he said like 3 words. He obviously had a long correspondence. I think it was phone call, because if he's writing out notes, it wouldn't have been, it was either a phone call
or Zoom or something.
Yeah.
He was hands-free.
Right. So he's writing stuff out. They had a long conversation, even if it was a repeated, this sucks, this sucks. He's writing everything down because so much is hitting him. Entity is emotional at this point, because if Jack is, that means, or if Packer Jack is, that means Entity absolutely is. There's frustration, but this community is rough and tough, and people are splitting. Does he want to invite in anyone that he doesn't trust? He's obviously already pretty isolated in this community. If he's reaching out to Packer Jack, someone that Packer Jack said, this isn't somebody I correspond with very much, this person's pretty much alone in the community. And he will have to take a leap of faith, and he just wants to stay the course. Obviously, there's been missteps. And he's thinking, just steady the course, just steady the course. And so though I understand Jack, he's business and only business, this person is still doing this for a good cause. This person is still trying to stay on course because he's thinking, I'm doing the right thing. Karma is going to work out. I just have to keep it. I mean, I think it's obvious that Copper Dan, by his last couple of days of videos, he's involved too. So he knows Entity. He's involved with Entity and Packer Jack. Their exchange together, it made it obvious that it's more than just Packer Jack, but it's Packer Jack, Copper Dan, maybe 1 or 2 others. He doesn't want to, he's already seen that it's messed up, leaking stuff. Now, why? Did you see how little was leaked last night or given to the community? He's trying to correct his course.
Yeah. I mean,
so I get
Jack's out of the bag.
The hard part is, I think some could have understood Jack sooner, and maybe some missteps if there was different people involved could have been different, but that's all Monday morning quarterbacking. See, I'm a sports person. So I don't know. I understand Entity right now and how, I mean, they have to feel desperate. They have to feel disappointed. They have to feel, I did exactly what you said. All the things you're saying, Entity has to know. I did this. I invited the second bid. I misstepped. I wish Entity would use a little bit more of us in the community rather than second or third hand information that we're getting and trickled out. Even if Packer Jack's doing it exactly like Entity wants, I think Entity should use more of us in the community. But he doesn't want to.
If that's the case, though.
If that's the case, well, which part? Which part?
If the case was that, okay, so Entity has shifted his strategy or her strategy, and Packer Jack released 3 syllables last night, and so obviously new strategy, less information, fine. But what Packer Jack did do was do the right thing, Jack. Now, I don't know if that's Entity's words or Packer Jack's words, and whether or not we get the truth on that, it doesn't matter. But that was part of the directive. Do the right thing, Jack. So it was still a play to the community to get to Jack. And that's using the community still. So Justin or Entity's decision is, what I'm going to do is pull back from the community, still use the community to fix the mistake that I made by not actually asking other people in the community what I should do. That's it. So his decision is, I'm going to fix.
There is an obvious lack of understanding of human behavior by Entity. No question. Hey, I still need you, but I'm going to give you less. And there's people already skeptic. And there were a couple
Welcome
people
to today.
And look at, they took their marching orders. They started posting last night, Team Entity. And it's like, wait a minute. Even the most reasonable, I even said, hold on a second. What do we know about the other bidder? Maybe the other bidder's going to hide it. What do we know?
Right.
There's too many questions there. I hate to say there's been a misstep many days, but this is how they want to do it. As much as we could jump up and down and say, please consider doing this a little differently, we can't make him. He's just going to lose his deal.
And frankly, I would, if I was sitting in the room and this decision was made of Jack, do the right thing, I'd look at everyone in the table and go, what are you all nuts? Do the right thing? What's the right thing? What if Jack has met the love of his life and he's going to go get married and needs the money to start a nest egg? Do the right thing, Jack. Sell it for less, not your family. What if Jack has a family member who's suddenly come ill, like we brought up yesterday on the show, and he needs it for medical expenses? Jack, do the right thing? How dare you?
Well, except, can they both be right? I'm going to be totally positive here for a second. Entity
possibly,
is right,
but we don't know.
Oh, well, I'm all surmising here. This is all guesses, but think about this. Entity said we had a verbal deal. Let's say, I'm just going to use basic numbers just to make it easy. It was $1 million. You said $1 million. We're done. And Jack said, yeah, but you leaked it out, and now I have an offer of 1.2. That's your fault. Give me 1.2, and I'll take it. But you did this, not me, and It wasn't pen to paper yet. And Entity says, well, wait, you said 1 million, and we're done. And Jack comes back.
I would walk away. If I was Jack, I would walk the fuck away. You said you agreed. You dropped the info, man. Not me. That's what I would do if I were Jack.
But, okay, so Entity misstepped, obviously. But it's hard. I can't go against Jack, but I could still say, even though Entity, I think this is a good lesson to Entity to use more in the community. And this was obviously a misstep. Hopefully this isn't how the treasure hunt goes.
Honestly, at this point,
but we can't be mad at
it's time to call in the backup quarterback, whoever that is. Let somebody else finish the deal, man. You can't do it.
But we can't be mad at Entity. I feel bad for Entity.
I feel bad too. It's silly. This could have been done.
And I still think there is a small window of opportunity to have some corrective action. I'm still rooting for Team Entity, even though it's obvious the last 24 hours. And Team Entity has turned to almost exclusively Team Jack, except for a few of the soldiers that were, but you can't have the few. I mean, what is it going to risk by including more information directly? I don't understand that by Entity, but it's Entity's show. And you know what? I think Entity's saying, I might go down doing it wrong, but I'm doing it my way. And if that costs me the reason I want to put this chest out, if it costs me the chest, if it costs me the ambition that I have for it, if it costs me personally, I'm doing it my way no matter what. I hope if everyone at the negotiation table will take a step back emotionally and say, hold on, maybe there are some people, maybe there is some different ways, and maybe get out of the small bubble to a bigger bubble, because there's just more in the community that I think can help. But yeah, I don't know. I will tell you, I hope Mike doesn't kill me, because I did talk to him about this. I said, hey, if it's financial, it sounds financial. I put it through Packer Jack. I said, how much money does he need? I could put some in. I think the community could raise some. And I said, pass it on to Entity. That, I mean, how far apart can they be? They can't be more than, they can't be millions apart. We could raise it and get it between a few of us, but then you would have some partners maybe that aren't perfect to you. I think people need to lower the bar about judging. Okay, yeah, Ben has pot in front of him sometimes, and maybe I have a Bud Light bottle in front of me sometimes. Let's put that aside. Everybody can deliver things in their own. We need a Ben chat room, just like we needed a Flip Side. We need an AGK. We need a Mike. We need a K. We need these different people involved. Don't judge everyone and throw them out just because it's not your way. I don't smoke pot. I'm the first to say, oh my gosh, I couldn't eat. It just is not me. Do I find it humorous what Ben does? Yes, because I don't judge him. Let's not judge everybody. Everyone has their story, and it's okay. I'm on my soapbox. Entity, I'm Team Entity though. Entity has an opportunity to have the community leveraged, but it's not through Packer Jack and the 4 words he said last night. Packer Jack's doing what he's told. I get it. Good soldier. The way that the effectiveness of using the community, and this could be a win-win community entity, is not being utilized in a productive or efficient way. I'm Team Entity in saying it's okay that you've erred. Let's just pick up the piece, and time is of the essence. Re-strategize. You need some help at the 1 yard line to get this over the yard. And it might not be with the people that exactly you want, but there's some people that can help.
Can I give a football analogy? You might have Kareem Hunt or Nick Chubb. You might have had Kareem Hunt bring you all the way down the field and gliding through all the tackles and running the ball perfect, but he can't bang it into the end zone. You need to bring in Nick Chubb to bang it into the end zone.
I don't even know who Nick Chubb is, but exactly.
You don't need to.
That's exactly. You have an Emmitt Smith that takes it to the 1 yard line, but then you need, I don't know,
Larry Zonka to come in and be traded to the Cowboys and then bang it into the end zone.
Okay. However, sometimes you need a person that is undiscovered and untapped. And if Emmitt Smith keeps bumping in at the 1 yard line, you only have 4 downs. You're on your 4th down. You're 4th and 1. It's the Super Bowl. You need this. So I'm just saying that I think a lot of us have put some egos aside, put stories past in history aside. I still think the community could come through for Entity as much as Entity will come through. So I'm going to say I am do the right thing, Team Community. I'm Team Community, which is partner up with the community Entity. I'm not Team Entity. I'm not Team Jack. Jack's ready to sell. He's done. It's money. That's it. Entity wants it. And there's some hurt feelings and emotions involved. When that happens at the negotiation table, have some of us help you. Some of us have closed $1 million deals. Some of us can help. And I don't think it's too late. I think it will be too late very soon.
I think it might already be too late, but we'll see.
I think it might be, but I can tell you in a day or two from now, if Entity's thinking about it and says, well, let me wait till Monday and see how that.
Oh, and then let's go back to what Packer Jack said, I guess, in a Zoom meeting with the Entity is going to be revealing themselves by the end of the week or next week. Why do we need a countdown for a curtain unveiling? Just fucking reveal yourself. Or are you waiting to reveal yourself till after the negotiations? Fine, that makes sense. Okay. But then just say after the negotiations.
Wait. So let's take context here. Packer Jack obviously had an emotional discussion with Entity. He did not publicly release a countdown clock. He got into a Zoom room with a couple of friends, probably had a couple, and said, I need a vent here. That guy's an asshat, meaning Jack. and Entity's going to come out and you're going to hear the story. It's going to be next week and he's going to come out. And he had a venting moment. That venting moment now becomes fourth-hand information. And every time the game telephone happens, that fourth-hand information changes just a little bit. And now it looks contrived. Now we're all paid actors. And now this is all in a bubble of chaos that Entity can change. Packer Jack's a human being. He's done so many things right, and you can't fault him for anything.
I don't fault him for anything, but he, I don't care whose show it is on, but if he's going to say something like, oh, the Entity is going to reveal himself, you had a chance to say it in front of the community. You said it in front of some Zoom people who are obviously then going to go to Facebook or everywhere else or text message. And then we play a game of telephone and it's going to be the Wizard of Oz is coming now. Like, what? This is amateur hour.
It is very, there's no question there's missteps. But here's the thing. Entity is the only one that can change that. Packer Jack's not going to come out and go against Entity and go his own way.
And I love Packer Jack. Packer Jack is handcuffed to Entity. I get it.
Right. And so Entity needs to reevaluate is all I'm saying. Entity, especially in light of last night. I heard about the Zoom. Oh, messages were flying more last night than ever. And it's unfortunate that Entity is setting it up this way, but Entity is setting that up this way. And I'm going to say one more thing. The reason, here's a message that I don't think has been sent, but is important. I think that we do have some crazies in the community. If Entity gets the treasure chest and the treasure chest is back out there, Jack can personally have gain because I think there'll be so much momentum to go back for that treasure chest rather than if the second bidder is going to be silent or not put it back out. Entity has some value that I don't think Jack is considering. Correct. But the people that are involved in the conversation with Entity right now are not even bringing those things up. You need a couple more on your team of discussion because there's some really big talking points with some people that may have been interfacing with Jack on a safety level of things that may know some things that could help add to your value proposition. That's all I'm saying. But it's up to Entity. I'm not going to advocate and overstep and say Entity this or Entity. This is as far as I'm going. We're not going live on this. We're willing to if Entity wants to come directly, but not through. We were offered last night. Do you want to come on with that groundbreaking news that Packer Jack gave last night? We said no. We need to hear from Entity.
And did he tell you what he did? He didn't tell me he was going to read through 6 pages and tell me 2 sentences. Not that I'm against it, but like. I'm assuming you said no before you even knew what it is he was just going to share. You were just
all
like, no.
I said, is it a concrete solution? Like, are we at a finite point? And he said, no. He said, but I have 6 pages
I didn't even
of
ask
notes.
that.
And I said, go on Ben's. I was on the road anyway. I said, go on Ben's because Mike has been very clear because Mike doesn't get involved in this part of the things anyway.
Right.
Unless we have a conclusion, that's not breaking news. This is all secondhand drop. I think Entity needs to think, and Packer Jack, if you were outside the community, we still have, I'd say, a quarter of the community, maybe even half, not even believing Packer Jack.
Right.
And if you can't even start there, how can you leverage the community?
Right.
We could have had
this is strategy
a wall of I wanted to put up a wall of comments of this second treasure chest. I had my brother call me and it's like, we can now go boots on the ground again. That was the best time of our life and our relationship. If Jack would have just on the brink and saw 200 of those messages, it may have made a little difference. Those are the things that need to be done now that because of the missteps, maybe a lost opportunity, but we can still try, but it's up to Entity to do that. I'm team community, which is, I hope Entity gets it. I really do.
I'm team whoever wants to buy the chest to rehide it for the community and will go about doing so with that same community they want to use.
Yeah.
Whoever that turns out to be.
Well, and I'd like to hear from Jack too.
Pedro, on my channel from now on, you call it the Entity. I'm calling him Justin until I hear otherwise. So you keep calling him Entity. I'm done with this bullshit gamesmanship.
Yeah, well, and the other side is I think we should hear from Jack. And why haven't we heard from Jack?
Because Jack is smart.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a break here. Hold on. Jack's in the middle of a business negotiation. He's not saying anything. That's your standard response.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's the only part I wanted to bring in is the side of I'm not angry at Entity. I feel sorry for Entity. I feel sorry for Justin. I'll just say it. I feel bad for Justin for where he's at. And I think if he brought in more of the community, we know him. We might not always agree with him, but we like him and we can help him if he wanted the help. But if someone doesn't want the help, we can't force them. So,
but then we also won't be their puppet, or at least not saying that's what's happening yet. It's just because
I felt that way at times. Last night, I felt sorry for Justin. I felt bad. I felt genuinely bad.
I want, if it's Justin, I want Justin to be the one to do it. I have faith that Justin would want to keep it in the spirit of Forrest Fenn. And I think he has the ability to fight off the crazies if he so chooses that battle. I think he's a good candidate for something like this.
Right.
But if this is the start of it, I'm certainly not getting an old man telling me he's thought of everything. Oh boy, Justin, you have not thought of everything.
Yeah, but think about, he must feel last night with whatever's happened, he feels alone. He's only talking to one or two.
That's his choice. His choice.
But it still doesn't make, I'm not mad. I'm sad for him. That's all I'm saying.
I don't even know if I'm sad. This is his choice. He's happy with his choice. Those were the words from Packer Jack.
I don't think he's happy. Did he say happy?
I
don't think he's happy.
Please, I don't know. Well, you know what? Life sucks. Let's get over our mistakes and go get some help.
And I'm just saying, I don't think we need to be patient. I think we need to advocate to Justin. Why don't you utilize the rest of the community that is here for you? And that does take some, maybe it's not exactly the way he wants to do it, but I think it could be just open. I don't know. I think
this is the moment of honest, real, true, brutal truth. I hate that the phrase has been co-opted by Greg. If you like Greg, you don't like Greg, but the phrase brutal truth applies to this moment. Somebody needs to talk to Justin and explain you don't know everything.
Right. And he can say, well, it's my money and I'm going to do it my way, whether I lose it or not. It's my choice.
Then we don't feel bad for him.
He still can.
Nope,
I still feel bad for, I felt bad for people who have attacked. I felt bad for as many people that attack me. I felt bad for them at every time. So it's okay to have some empathy towards some people that they might be making their bed. They might be counting their chickens before they're hatched and now they look silly. They may, and at the end they may get it. So it's okay. But I'm just saying, I feel bad for Entity right now. I feel bad. I'm not angry at Entity. I do feel a little used at times. I did feel like we were puppets at times. I felt that was intentional, but I still feel bad. I just feel bad. He obviously feels alone. I'm looking at the human element of Justin and saying,
that's fair.
I feel sad that this has happened to him because I do believe it would have been good for him and the community if this is lost. But you're right. I do think he could correct it like that. But we have humans that dig in, they're emotional, all of that, it's unfortunate that people can't get out of their own way sometimes. And yeah. So anyway, I didn't want to take up too much time. I wanted just to give the side that I'm saying is it may be time to get mad and kind of shake the bushes and say, hey, you're saying what everyone knows. You're calling the elephant out in the room. I'm going over to pet the elephant and say, it's okay. That's all I'm saying. So
that's fair.
I don't know. Fair. Keep going, but I'm just saying, Entity, I'm sorry for where you're at, and I hope we could help. Sorry, Justin, I'm sorry for where everything is at, and if you want us to help, reach out. And I'm not saying it's me or Ben. Maybe it's Mike. Maybe there's people that can Copper Dan has a YouTube. There's others that can, but I think
pick up the phone and just call like a sales guru or something. Have them do. I'm not saying it has to be us. It's just put somebody who knows what they're doing in charge of the fucking negotiation.
This is okay. So I teach negotiation. I'd say there's some classic missteps.
Would you?
And it kind of was obvious when it happened, and you just cringe and you hope. I'm still at the cringing and hope, but there's still some things that can happen if things are at the stage that I think they are. Some things can happen, but time is of the essence. So I hope he considers.
Or we have to do this: the 2 to 5%, or We're way off on everything. They have fed us false information for a noble purpose that has yet to be discovered, and we need to sit back and wait, I guess. I mean,
Right.
that's literally the only other option.
So when you trickle out secondhand information, there's going to be what a human brain does is makes logical leaps and conclusions. Some of my conclusions may be off, but this is up to Justin and Jack. They've given us imperfect information, so we can only make conclusions based on that. So any of my assumptions that I've made here, they're only my opinions based on imperfect data that we have been given because we did not set it up this way, obviously. So I'm trying to keep a little bit out of it because I'm fresh. I mean, people are like, oh my God, you believe in Entity, you're team Entity. I didn't even know who Entity was until the second day. And some people may have been lying to me, but they said they talked direct. They said they talked directly with Justin, and it's come out that
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So okay, have fun. See you later.
All right, see you, K-Pro. Thank you. Well, K-Pro tried to calm me down. She made some very salient, valid points. I think we both agree on the business side of this. I'm a little bit more like, when someone makes a mistake on my sales team, I give them the benefit of the doubt, and I teach them how we could have gone about it in a few different ways, because there is no right way to fix mistakes in a subjective universe. But I try to go over different options of what we could have done differently. But then when the mistake happens twice, or you double down on the mistake, or you don't understand that a mistake even happened, and you then make classic mistakes, get the fuck out of our office. We don't have time for you. That's the real world. If you've actually worked for other people and had to work and claw your way up a corporate ladder of any kind. So K-Pro is taking a different approach because I think we're both still confused. We don't know what's really going on. And so some of this frustration could be purely bullshit on my part because I just didn't know what was really truly happening. But that's also at the behest of Entity Justin, who is directing this thing. And if it's not Justin, okay, don't care. Then we don't know what's going on at all if it's not Justin. Oh, shit. I had to cough when I took this hit. Still getting over that cold. Almost done. 2 millennials doing a deal is just cringe. Whoa. No. Careful, Carrie. I'm a millennial. And I've been trained by the fucking best. I just don't do it anymore. Believe me, millennials can close deals. Maybe not these, but either way, what happened is, or what's happening is, not that this is bullshit, not that these sources were wrong, not that Packer Jack is incorrect, not that Entity is lying. It's just nothing's making sense, and we've reached our boiling point. I'm reading something, guys. Hold on. And see, like, okay. I'm glad someone's helping, I guess. We'll see. I mean, you can't even tell me how you're helping, and you know who you are right now. But I hope, I have faith in you. But frankly, I still think this needs to be more high level thinking. You need a group think tank right now to problem solve if the truth is what you've told me, sir. And sir, you see this shit? Like, this is the stupid dumb fuck stuff we have to deal with. We're acting, we're on script, we're being your minions. Do you see what this looks like? I'm fucking over it, man. If the Entity wants the community, come talk to me. Otherwise, I'm fucking done with it, and I'm not telling the community shit anymore about this until we learn something solid. Because no one deserves this, man. Nobody deserves this. The big picture. Micro updates are useless. And they've always been useless. We had fun with it because this first micro update started with sale imminent from an entity that didn't have an imminent sale. This is 101. I don't even care if you're giving him a piece of advice now, person. There's no ink on paper. There's no sale. And if you don't have that mentality, you're not capable of these kind of negotiations. That's it. You might luck out at the end and still get it, but you fucking stumbled your way to the finish line, and it's a joke. Don't care that much about your treasure hunt anymore. Get this done the right way. It's that simple. Or get out of my office. This is why I smoke weed now. As much as I do. I hated that lifestyle. I hated living that sales aspect alpha mentality. And because you have to. It's not me. It's not who I am. But I can tap into it if I fucking need to. And this isn't about gullibility, Bill Gorman. It's very simple. With the assurity that it's been spoken about, it's not gullibility. I'm either being outright lied to by people who are verifying their lies to us, or we're being told the truth. I don't mind being outright lied to. I will see that tunnel through to the other side because then I will attack the fucking person who lied to me. That's fine. But I will see it through to the end. I just don't prognosticate. Evidence, not opinion. Do you think they're using Salesforce to track the opportunity? I can tell you this. He was using Salesforce, and he put that fucker in the verbal agreement category or the sold category a little bit ahead of time. That's funny. I needed that laugh. That was good. Entity catfished. Okay, whatever. Whoever did that will get their comeuppance. That's fine. But again, I'm not just going to guess that, man. You're just saying that. You know how easy it is to say, oh, you were catfished. Prove it. Well, it's no. Prove it. Well, no. Prove it. You can't. I'm so sick of fucking accusations of without proof. No one's made an accusation from me. No, I've not made I'm not speaking and saying this is factor, this isn't factor, this is factor, this isn't fact. I speak from what I'm told. I speak that I've been told this, and I give my opinion on it. That's it. If there is a Chase 2.0 and you want to stick around on my channel, if I decide I want to keep doing this shit, I'm going to keep calling you people out when you say, well, no, it's this. Prove it. Oh, you can't? Shut up. In my opinion, I'm in the process of proving something, and I think maybe you're starting to understand what it is I'm actually doing here. I'll play the game all the way to completion to see what it actually really fucking was. I'm willing to do that. I have the time and freedom to do that. But you risk poking the bear. If I had demanded proof from moment one when this was first dropped in our laps, I wouldn't have gotten any more information. Have you guys not been able to play a game properly? You guys shouldn't have been in the negotiations either if you think that shit. Oh, Christ. This is why I smoke weed. I hope Ashley comes home soon so I can get more weed. Forrest would fucking love this. He'd shake his head, but he'd laugh. That's what I'm gonna do, Jack. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. I don't mind looking stupid. It's fine. This is a treasure hunt on a YouTube community that is not like, who cares? I'm proud of anything my kids see on here, including this, because this isn't taboo. They're not going to abuse this. This is the first second they want to or possibly can, because I've educated our teenagers on this. You don't touch this till you're 25 and your brain's developed. They understand that. They respect that. I don't listen to the way boomers told us how to fucking raise families. You guys did a lot of shit wrong. No offense. If anybody lied to us, that's fine. Fine. But the only way to prove it or to figure it out is to see that lie through. Again, this is life advice. Don't take it. Fine. Don't listen to me. I don't care. This is free. But in my experience, if I've really wanted to see a lie out and really understand who's lying to me, why they're lying to me, what they're lying to me about, I fucking dig into the lie like a spy. I think I need music. Is that going to kick me? I don't want to risk getting kicked off. Fuck it. Still, I'm getting a ton of text messages. I have irked some of y'all. I know I should play a song. Davio, I love you, man. Bill Gorman, I love you too, dude, by the way. I just want you to know that, Bill. You're always welcome here. I love having you on. I don't think you're the true solver, but I'll always let you come on and say that you are. I love everybody here. It's like, honestly, even the funny, crazy ones who drive me nuts, like Five Leaf or Brutal Truth Greg. Shit, I was very iffy on Luli for a while, and like, I have moments where I come to love each and every one of you guys. Honestly, this is a game. Fucking Street. Street's YouTube is taken off. That was bullshit. Like, Street should be back. But honestly, I think this is a culmination of bullshit in this chase that has been going down since before I got involved with it. This is a culmination of bullshit that's been involved in this chase for a good 3 years or so. I mean, yeah, 10 years, perhaps 10 years, but honestly, what I saw from this chase, when I would evaluate it, looking at a timeline from 2010 to 2019, when I first really got into it, this was low key at first. It was fun at first. Everybody knew everybody else was competition. That's a treasure hunt. But there was something communal about it in the truest sense of the word. You could hear the laughter in people's reactions, listening to Forrest in like that 2013 interview he does. There's genuine enthusiasm. People haven't been hit by gold fever yet. They're appreciative. He's appreciative of the attention. This is exactly what he probably wanted. This is it. This is what I was going for. I fucking deserve this. But then we get into like 2015, 2016, and shit changes. And now everyone is more of a, we are competition. It's not like an unspoken yeah, let's talk. No, you are my fucking competition, and it gets fucking angry. It does. The Reddit comments. Reddit started, I think, 8 years ago or 7 years ago, but the Reddit comments now or for the last couple of years in the chase, it was vitriol. Go on Thor. It would just be people talking in code to each other. Oh, you're not part of the code talk? Well, you're obviously not smart enough for this, Chase. I mean, it got bad. It really did. And then you had people turn it into a contest of who had the most boots on the ground. Well, I had 5. Well, I had 30. Well, I had 500. Okay. Life is a matter of perspective. So you had 500 boots on the ground. Who cares? You had 500 failures. You had 500 shots and cracks and swings of the bat, and you couldn't hit anything but the broadside of the barn. Same thing to the person who, I only did 2 boots on the grounds because I was selective. I wouldn't go boots on the ground unless I knew for sure I was right. Oh, well, you knew for sure you were right, but you didn't get a chest, did you? Maybe you should have gone out into nature more. Perspective. Both sides are right, both sides are wrong. Perspective. No, man, I haven't died once. I haven't died once. Smell the sunshine. Do you not notice I smile afterwards? Like, I have no problem sharing my thoughts and feelings as I'm sharing them, but then you'll see the smile afterwards because that's honest too. At the end of the day, I'll shut this down. I'm fine. I have fun with my other life. Something semi-positive. Alan, in my opinion, what audition for Jens, man? I'm the fucking guy helping him write. Get your fucking trolling together. Alan, something positive? I don't even know if I want to talk about that, dude, because we don't know if this is happening. Because the strategy to use us backfired on the person who did it. So we don't even know if we get that fun thing. I saw someone else in the chat say, "Oh, it seems like the Chase community is upset. They're not getting what they want, or they demand a chest be there for that." No one's demanding a chest. I started this saying, "I'm Team Jack. Do the right thing for Jack." That was the team I'm on now. Team Jack. Do the right thing for Jack. Now the offer was presented to him of, "Hey, here's a fun solution. I want to buy the chest and I want to rehide it. I'm part of the community. You know who I am. I know who you are." And he had a chance to do that. That's great. That's what we would prefer. We would all prefer the magic. K-Pro would prefer to reunite again with her brother. I would prefer to bring my 5 kids out into the wilderness on a safe treasure hunt. So, Alan K., do I want to discuss something semi-positive? If there's a new hunt, I hope it's family-friendly. I hope I can bring my kids on it. But I'm not telling them until it's real. I'm hired. Well, good. I hope I get my check now, Lisa. Jens is funding Jens. Exactly. That means out of pocket. That means he's doing it on his own. You guys, I respect that much more than some fucking production company doing it. No, Lucky Digger. The entity said the entity was pleased with how this has rolled out, meaning the entity is the one that Packer Jack to let this info out. Don't blame Packer Jack. Blame the entity. And I agree, this needs to be brought up more. A few of you now have at least allegedly called and say there's no chest there. They say there's no chest, not in any shape, way, or form. Now, I believe that could be because they're getting bombarded by a zillion calls and they're just going, like, they should just go no comment. Or it could not be there and this is all fucking lie. I don't know. But I won't ignore this, guys. I'm not ignoring this. There are people calling Heritage and they are getting told nothing. There is nothing there. But I do think it could be because they've been hounded by calls. That's very easily a possibility. Carrie, we don't know any of that. We don't know any of that. For all we know, Justin is just going, no, I won't budge another cent because this guy said we had a deal. Boy, if I could look that man in the eyes and preach some fucking truth to him. In my opinion, is coming out hot on this. In my opinion, if you have a phone call with them, I'd like it if you could get their permission to record it and distribute it on YouTube, and you should fucking put it out, man. I'll promote it. I'll post it. Like, in my opinion, I'm 100% honest with you. If you can get verifiable proof from them when they say, no, we've never had the Forrest Fenn treasure chest. We've never had it. We don't have it. Stop calling us. We don't have it. Like, if you can get anything like that, I will fucking post it. And I will at Packer Jack. I will at Justin. I'll at everybody. So by all means. In my opinion, use your fucking ears, bro. I said, get their permission. I didn't say third party record them. I said, call them, ask them if they'll go on the record, record it so that we can post it for distribution. No, I'm not staying live till the next update. I'm staying live till I feel like going off. And yes, ever there. You need to word the question properly, in my opinion. And I'm not saying you didn't, but you can't ask a leading question. You need to say, hi, is what I'm calling in regards to the Forrest Fenn treasure chest. You may have already received a couple of calls from me, but I just wanted to verify a couple of things. Do you have a minute? Yes, fine. First things first, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding this chest. What I'd like to do is speak with you and be able to speak with you on the record, record it, and be able to kind of share it with kind of public communities. If you're against that, I totally understand, and I won't record and won't share that. If you are okay with that, I'd really like to be able to put this to bed so that people will stop calling your place of business. Do you see how fucking easy this is? I'm not going to do it because I've done enough. No, I'm not calling them live. No. I can do it. I've offered my services for this treasure hunt, for this Chase 2.0. I've offered my services. I've been ignored. My services are considered rendered and done and fucking over. Hi, babe.
Hi.
You got me some weed?
So what I'm going to do is I didn't watch your stream, but I popped it on about 45 seconds ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you the weed that I bought you, and then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to leave. Okay? So just no talkie, just quiet transaction.
Sounds good to me.
Did get these to try.
Is that a weed drink?
Yeah, it's a.
Can I have that? Or you want to try that later?
I mean.
I'll do it when you come back. Oh, yeah, they need to be cold anyway.
Yeah. Mango blood orange.
A PBR weed drink. A Pabst Blue Ribbon weed beer. I've died and gone to heaven.
Yeah, Anna says these are really good.
I love it. In my opinion, I don't know for sure about that, dude. K-Pro has said she's talked to Jack, and I believe K-Pro. And good point. Read Ann's post. And Ben, have you considered this is happening to cover up or stop something else? Weren't you deep diving into Jack location and now stop due to this? Fair, Ann. And that's 100%. That's a good question. So here's my strategy, and my strategy can be vocal. I don't give a fuck. I put that stuff on hold to see what would happen with this. I'm not done with it. Everything is on hold, and all it takes is a click of a mouse to go right back to it. I put this on hold to see what would happen here, because I think my initial thought process could represent maybe what a lot of you were thinking. And tell me if I'm wrong, but I heard rehiding of the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt or treasure chest in the honor and tradition of Forrest Fenn. First thing I thought of was, I can't wait to tell my kids about this treasure hunt. I wasn't thinking about Jack's location. I wasn't thinking about what Jack has done. I wasn't thinking about the time frame. Jack, there's something to be said there. However, because of the way this has all gone down, no. Nobody's fucking safe from me. Ashley is almost done with the chase, Five Leaf. I'm not even fucking around. Like, she's mentally almost checked out. She thinks this is absolute bullshit, and I should have stopped being Justin's fucking lackey 3 days ago. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah. We want there to be another treasure hunt. We will get back involved in treasure hunting. We still want to deep dive into having the fun of the Forest Fen stuff. We like our Forest Fen talks. But this shit, who needs it? Do the right thing, Jack. Jack, don't listen to any
Jack,
a word
just
of that.
Fucking do what you want, man.
Yeah.
Let's just get it over with.
Do the right thing. Jack, put us out of our fucking misery, and maybe I will actually stop looking into your actions of how you found the chest, legally speaking. Because honestly, dude, I get it, man. You're over this. I'm getting over this. Justin fucking is not helping the case. I'm cool with just fucking trucing it, peacing out. But I would like a beer if you do that. Or how about this? How about this? Maybe, I got my weed, by the way. Maybe today I put out a call to action to whoever is making the other bids. See what they're doing. Find out what their intentions are for the chest. Maybe I'm team other bidder by the end of the day. We can drum up some public support for another bidder and really reach out to Jack in a way where it's respectful and maybe get a deal done for someone else. Maybe that's the choice we take today. I want this to be over with because we don't need this bullshit anymore. Let's get back to solving Fen stuff, or let's get back to solving Copper Dan's hunt or chasing Indy's hunt, which are, to me, small potatoes. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's just I need that mega hunt. I need something to capture my fucking kids' imagination to drop what they're going to do for 3 weeks in the middle of their precious summer vacation time to come out with me. Bill, I don't ignore you, man. I've had you on my show. I let you be on the show all night when I was asleep. And I said to you, I think 20 minutes ago, I was saying how I liked you. I don't think you're the solver, but I'll always let you on my show to say that you are the solver. So don't say I ignore you, man. It feels like it's like fun and almost cliche to just be like, oh, they ignore me, or I get banned from there, or I'm censored. You're not. Nobody is here. I haven't fucking censored a single person on my channel. And I say my channel because I think Ashley's checking out. This might be Treasure Warrior with the way Justin's fucking handling this. Am I wrong on that?
Nope.
Hoo-ah! So, I don't know what to do next. I almost want to say I want to not give it any more attention. But then, if it's a lie, the lies are allowed to be covered up easier. So I don't want to ignore it either. I want to deal with it and see it to its end. That's what I want. So that's what I'm going to do. Go with me on that journey or not, but that's what I'm going to do. 5 Leaf, I kind of agree. Today would be a good day to turn to my family and say I'm back. Honestly, nothing wrong with doing that. People are playing a game right now, and they're using other people. And it's annoying. I don't ignore your correct solution. I've listened to it, Bill. I just don't agree with it. There's a difference. That doesn't make me right, though. I could absolutely be wrong, and you're right. But my one go-to that nobody can say anything against is you need a treasure chest to prove to me that you're right. Hello, little engine that could. Is little engine that could, Tyler? because they said bobblehead something. I'm wondering if that was Tyler. Did I watch? Did you watch? Did I watch your solution? Which one? I don't know which. Just name it and I'll remember it. That's good weed. What the fuck is this?
You gotta help me.
Lava flower. Holy shnikes.
There's another one that's.
This is like their top of the line stuff.
There's another one that's really good, but I want to wait till we're not talking about this to smoke it because I don't.
Lava flower. Well, I'm only going to be on for another half hour, 45 minutes or so. I wanted to give Entity a little longer to see some thoughts and feelings here from everybody. Forrest pulled the chest. I mean, if that's what happened, we'll get to the bottom of that. I will not rest until we find that out. I promise. Pharaoh ignored Moses. How did that work out for Pharaoh? It's true. Oh, that is you, Tyler. Okay, that's dope. Yes, we may nap, Nomadic Madman. That's very true. We will not rest, but we may take short breaks. And guys, if I get more frowns from Ashley from this topic, then you're just going to see less of me because her smile is more important than this bullshit. Getting ridiculous. It's supposed to be fun. Lady, I am going to create a Discord if there is a reburial or rehiding of the chest. If there's no rehiding of the chest, then there will not be a Reddit Discord. An unobtainable challenge is fine, Chasing Indy, as long as it was out there just to be obtained, but unobtainable in any realistic sense. Of course, I think everybody needed to have that notion when they go into it. That's what I do every day when I do DraftKings. I know it's a 1 in 250,000 chance just to win in a DraftKings. It's 1 in however many people are in this hunt, and then in addition of how hard it is to find the damn thing. And so, believe me, it's no one had a realistic chance of ever finding this treasure chest, including Jack. Unless you put in the right amount of effort and a little bit of luck, right? But again, if it was pulled, there's a fake ending, if there was something else going on with that ending, that's fine. We'll figure that out. But it's one thing at a time. Right now, it's Entity, Justin, and this botched private sale of the chest. Or potentially botched private sale of the chest. Jack said he knew the general location within 2 weeks of reading about it. Correct. Once again, Indy wants to tell me how I don't understand something. No, Ben, you don't understand. It was never us who would find it. There was something else. And honestly, the Entity is absolutely a distraction. It's sad you can't see it. Indy, show me proof or stop fucking saying that shit. How about that? I'm fucking sick of it. So much, oh, there's this, there's this, there's this, there's this. There's no fucking proof. But it's sad I don't understand it, though, right? And we do need proof there's a negotiation going on. I agree, Funny Lover. I agree. No more being lied to. No more being used as a fiddle. No more being Justin's puppet. No more. Yeah, Carrie, he could do that, but that's just another treasure hunt. Again, then we'd have to see if it's a fun treasure hunt if we even want to do that. This is involving the Forrest Fenn treasure, so there's more interest. I don't need an intervention, Goldilocks. The second this shuts down, it smiles and laughs, and we're going to have fun. So we're fine. And Indy Reba Capo said, yeah, when you tell someone they don't understand it and it's sad, you're being insulting, Indy. And that invites me to then go what I don't normally do and say, which is, fine, Indy, show me the fucking proof. Well, I don't think anything else needs to be said. Team Jack, do the right thing for you, Jack. Team Entity, if you want to start using the community in a way you actually want to treat it with respect. Team Community, no matter what happens. But no more bullshit. And if I hear any more bullshit, I'm just going to go live and talk about that bullshit from now on. Not long mega streams. I might just do a 20-minute fucking stream. But anytime I hear information moving forward, maybe stop, maybe cut me off of information, guys. But if I hear anything, I'm going fucking live with it. I will expose every single person who fucked with us on this. And that's it. Smoke weed, have fun. It's Friday.